I've never seen Neverending Story. Probably because I don't give a shit about it. But I do give a shit about Jack Black. And guess who's in Neverending Story 3? Wrong, Jack Black. Neverending Story 3 starts off with a young boy with a large imagination named Bastian. He's moved to a new town and attends a new school, where a gang of bullies called the Nasties are chasing after him. When he hides from them in the library, he comes across a book called The Neverending Story. Through the power of the book, he enters the land of Fantasia and meets up with his friends from the past two movies, Angry Gnome Couple, Whiny Treant, and Bumbling Falcor. While Bastian is in Fantasia, the Nasties get a hold of the book and cause chaos in Fantasia by destroying the library. Bastian gets wind of this and travels to the Wandering Mountain to get the Orin from the childlike Empress. The Orin has the ability to grant wishes, so naturally it would be a keen thing to have. Bastian travels back to the human world with the help of his Fantasian friends, but thanks to the Rockbiter's son's meddling, a wish overload happens and the Fantasians appear in the real world as well. So basically the premise is that Bastian needs to reunite with the Fantasians and get the book back from the Nasties. That's a straightforward premise. I mean, how could they screw that up? Well, let's start by talking about a few positives first. And by positives, I mean Jack Black. Jack Black plays Slip, the leader of the Nasties, and he's hilariously over the top.
Ain't nothing you can do now, Balthazar. I am the king, and you are my slave!
Him and his ilk start terrorizing Bastian because he had the gall to ask them where the bathroom was. So they lock him in the boiler room, and we meet the second best thing in the movie, the janitor, Mr. Jones, cigar-chomping badass who gives no fucks. Even after witnessing open hostility between Bastian and the Nasties, he's just like, I'm sure they'll work it out peacefully. The Nasties are so unrealistic you have no choice but to love them. This guy right here, Jack Black, gets a ton of comedy genius at his expense.
The Neverending Story.
I don't believe I've read that one. I must put it on my preferred reading list.
You know what? Why don't you put learning to read on your preferred list first?
Yo, why you always dissing me, man?
Why don't you look into the mirror and find out?
Jack Black, of course, has the best line in the movie, and here it is with no context.
When I get my hands on that slippery weasel, I'm gonna rock his world.
So, the negatives. I'm gonna go with just this movie because, like I said earlier, I haven't seen the first Neverending Story, so I won't be able to point out any continuity errors between the two movies. That being said, this movie still has a lot of negatives. First off, the protagonists are garbage. Bastian is a bland piece of nothing, though everyone keeps saying he has a great imagination and all. I call bullshit on that. Even though it's established, poorly, that he can't just use the Orin to wish the Fantasians back to Fantasia, he never uses the Orin for anything else. He doesn't wish the Fantasians to his house, he doesn't wish for the book to appear to him, not where to find the Nasties are, not to become a better actor, not for this guy to turn into Kyle Gass, nothing. Bottom line, Bastian sucks. And so does his sister Nicole, who is on permanent bitch status at everybody. Rockbiter Jr., aka the worst character in the whole movie. He has a baby personality, and, well, that's obnoxious as fuck in any piece of media. Barky the Treant. I think he's supposed to be Jewish, what with all the complaining. He's not too bad, he's just kinda meh. Now, most people who hate this movie hate Falcor's personality change the most. He went from wise and noble to bumbling and cowardly. Even ignoring continuity, this is just an annoying character. Really, that's what it boils down to. There's far too many annoying characters for me to enjoy this movie. Well, I do enjoy some moments. Any scene with Jack Black is gold in this movie. I was rooting for him the whole time. I mean, he tried to destroy both Fantasia and the human world, all because Bastian asked him where the bathroom was. That's the definition of comically weak motivation. So yeah, this is another watch this just for Jack Black movie, but let me tell you, this one's something special, because Jack Black is literally the only good thing about this movie. So that being said, I give Neverending Story 3 1 out of 5, but as a Jack Black movie, it gets 4 out of 5. Yeah. Final thoughts? Here's Bastian's dad saying the second best line in the movie.
Don't tell me what to do!
Lovely. Well, that about does it for the Jack Black Stack Attack. Hurry back next time. And in the meantime, I need to think up a good excuse as to why I have a bobblehead of Donald Trump. or the Donald as his base says.